Hey guys, welcome back to Reviews and How-Tos. I'm Tyler. Today we're going to be checking out the PLAUD Note. Now if you follow my channel, you know that I've already checked out the PLAUD Note pen. Super satisfied with it, but this one a little bit different with it. This is actually the original one that came out, and how it works is, well, you can use it not connected to your phone if you don't want to, but one of the primary functions of it is that you can connect it to your phone with a little MagSafe ring on there. If your case or phone is not MagSafe compatible, don't worry, they do send a little ring so that you can attach it to your case and boom, it works. Has a little switch on here. You switch it up whenever you're wanting to record stuff on your phone. Of course, it has to be connected to your phone like this. And then you switch it down whenever you just want to use it regularly. You can just have this setting on a table, something like that, and then you can record everything that's going on around you. And not only does it record, but it also transcribes, and it uses large language models such as ChatGPT to summarize everything as well. So if you have, some really important notes that you need to take, or maybe a long conversation that you want to ensure that you remember and everything, this bad boy right here will capture all of that. It'll transcribe all of it, and then it'll summarize it for you as well. So speaking of all that, whenever you do that, it's going to go ahead and import it to your phone on the app here, the PLAUD app, of course. And just one more thing about this, I currently do have it in like the little wallet case right here. You can remove it from this, however, it does seat in there really nice, tucks in there really nice and tight. I recommend just leaving it in there. I mean, there's really no need to take it out of there unless maybe you want to take this out and store it in your wallet or something like that. It is very, very small, but like I said, once you have it in here, it's hard to get out. And the cool thing is they did think about that, and they left it open here in the back so that you can take their charger right here and just connect it up and charge it while it's in this little wallet case right here. Has a special little connection right there, so don't lose that. And then a USB-C here on the other side. So let's go ahead and take a close look at this app here really quick so I can show you how it works. All right, so this is the PLAUD Note app. As you can see, I've got it paired with my PLAUD Note. You can back up in here and you can switch it. I also have the PLAUD pen in there, so you can pair multiple devices. So let's go ahead and try this out. So here is our device. We're going to have this switched down because we're just doing regular ambient recording, not recording on our phone. Push it once to wake it up and then hold it down to begin recording. Now that we are recording, of course, it's capturing everything that we are saying, and then it will transcribe it for us as well. And then, like I said, whenever we go in here, we can click that summary option, and it'll give us a summary of everything we say. So we can say something like, today is, I believe, March 22nd is what today is. March 22nd at 4:14 a.m. and I am giving a lecture to everybody about the PLAUD Note. The PLAUD Note is an extremely valuable device. I think it's really cool, and it can transcribe stuff, and yeah, it's neat. So then we'll go ahead and hold down the button here really quick, and boom, as you see, instantly it brings it over, and then we can click it, and if I hit to begin recording, play. We are recording, of course, it's capturing everything that we are saying, and then it will transcribe. As you can see, very clear audio right there. Hope you all were able to hear that since my mic is kind of tucked up. And then we're going to go ahead and hit this generate button, and this will give us different options to generate. I always leave it on autopilot, but it does have a bunch of different ones in here. And then if you subscribe to them, it will give you even more options. In addition to not being subscribed, I believe you are allowed to transcribe a couple hours before you have to subscribe to them, and that is each month that resets. So not necessary for the subscription if you don't intend recording, more than a couple hours, but if you are going to, you will need to get that transcription from PLAUD. So it's generating the summary, and boom, right here, lecture, PLAUD Note transcription device, spelled PLAUD incorrectly, but that's funny because it's its own device. But obviously, if you have weird words, it's going to spell them incorrectly. Theme: it says this lecture provides an overview of the PLAUD Note, yada yada yada. The speaker emphasizes its neatness and utility in conversation. So that's really cool. And then another function in here is the mind map, and you can just go in here, look, and it will break everything down, and then you can expand these and break those down further. And then obviously, if you have a long conversation, the mind map will be very, very useful. All right, so that's pretty much it for the PLAUD Note. As I said, I just got this in, haven't had it for too long, but I did hook it up to my phone. I did record a whole bunch of conversations with it. Actually hooked it up and I was recording like some YouTube videos and things, and then seeing how well it would work with that. Yeah, it works with that too. So I mean, shoot, you you could like set this down and like play a video and then come back and get a, you know, summary of like some cliff notes of maybe a lecture or, you know, an entire video, or, you know, however you want to do that. Not giving you advice for like education and stuff like that. The charger, like I said, super easy to use. And then also, if you are interested in the PLAUD Note Pen, I highly recommend it too. Actually, I recommend the PLAUD Note Pen over this one if you aren't going to be recording phone calls. What I do with this one is I just put it on, and then it slips on underneath my shirt. You can't even see it. And this thing can record an entire day. So you could have this thing recording all day long and capture every conversation if you would like to. And then that one also does come with like a bracelet and like a few other accessories, but I just use it around the neck. Yeah, overall, this thing's super cool. I love PLAUD, both of their devices, and I highly recommend them. They're super accurate. Go ahead and check it out.